Can we talk about why a woman of substance that has built a life for herself, that has bought her own home, pays all her own bills, is essentially an adult that's growing in her career, in her life, in her mental state, is going to want to be with a guy that has no money? Not having money isn't just the fact that you can't buy her things, but it just shows that you don't have a growth mindset. You're not driven. You're lazy. You're just a guy that's settling for the bare minimum. When a girl has put in so much time, so much work into building her life, into building her career, you can't tell me it makes sense for a girl to want more for her partner. You have to be able to at least say that you put in the same amount of effort, if not more. A woman wants, at some point, most want to get married. They want to have a family. They want to have children. If you're doing the bare minimum and you are barely getting by yourself, you can't support any children. Why would a girl want to be with you? Yet it's the same guys that are saying like, oh, gold diggers. And it's the guys that are like, oh, I make 6 figures a year and thinking they're doing something great. Like, no one's gold digging off of their free Applebee's meal. Like, just stop. But if you can't provide the same life, if not better, for a woman that's providing it for herself, why would she want to be with you? And this isn't me saying this is how I live. This is just a perspective that I'm curious about. Because you hear guys online complaining all the time about, I'm not buying her dinner. She's a gold digger. I don't know. It's wild. But let me know.
You said it right. You're essentially an adult. I bought my own house. Well, just congratulations, by the way. There's a lot of people that can't purchase one. I bought my own car. A lot of people have those. I pay my own bills. A lot of people do that too. So you're an adult. That's all you are.
Another touchy subject. Girls' trips are not what you think. If you believe a vacation with your girls is just harmless fun, you're kidding yourself. Most of the time, it's not about bonding. It's about validation. Be real. Trips to Miami, Vegas, Cabo, they are not pajama parties. They are clubs, alcohol, bikinis, and single men everywhere. That is not a safe space for any relationship. That is a marketplace for attention. The whole setup is built on temptation. And if you're in a committed relationship, you know exactly how messy this gets. The truth? A lot of women go on these trips to escape accountability or escape their relationship. They want the thrill of being pursued without the commitment of being loyal. And it doesn't mean cheating always happens, but the environment is designed to test your loyalty. And honestly, if you have to go put yourself in that environment, maybe you're not ready for a committed relationship. Girls' trips aren't bad because of the location. They are bad because of the real intention behind them. Real connection does not require you to go somewhere packed with temptation. If you disagree, drop your take. But deep down, you know I'm right. Ask yourself why it makes you so uncomfortable that I talk about this, and for you to admit it.
Men know this. That's why they ask that the woman not go. And women are surprised when men say, okay, you go on that trip, we're over.
Stop telling me to go meet someone in the wild when I go in the wild and someone will be staring at me the whole entire night and won't come say hi. How many more times is that going to happen? How many more times am I going to be in the bar, playing pool, at the coffee shop, on a walk, and I will be staring down another person who is staring me down, smiling across the table, whatever, and you don't come say hi? Oh my gosh. What am I meant to do, you guys? Am I gonna have, like, we always have to make the first move or something? Because, like, oh my gosh.
This is a public apology to the man that just approached me in the park. I mean, I don't feel that bad at the end of the day, but I'm sitting here on the swing with my Jimmy Johns, earbuds in, protecting my peace, enjoying the afternoon, and some man just comes up to me and is like, he got my attention to get my little earbuds out, and he was like, you look very peaceful. And I was like, yeah, I am. And he was like, yeah, I could just tell that you were just over here like having a peaceful moment. And I was like, I am, and leave it to a man to interrupt that. That was literally my response. And then I just put my earbuds back in. Poor guy said, oh. and walked away. Like, this is probably why men are afraid to approach me, because, like, you ought to be afraid. You picked the wrong one today. Like, I don't have patience for any of that, in fact. But also, if you see a woman just enjoying her peace, maybe let her. I don't know. You don't always have to ruin it as a man. Like,
Honestly, this is corny. You're corny.
So after seeing all the responses to my video yesterday, I wanted to make a follow-up appreciation post. This time, I'm appreciating all the men out there who are still interested in being the ones to pursue. And that's not a shot, okay? It's not a shot. Don't come for me. I get it. I don't live under a rock. I understand why men don't want to approach women anymore. I do, okay? Some bad apples ruined it for the whole bunch. But there are genuinely still women out here who enjoy that dynamic and who want that dynamic. And honestly, I don't want to change my method. Please don't make me pursue you, okay? I will pursue once the pursuit has begun. Okay? I don't want to initiate said pursuit. Can we agree on that? Is that like a happy medium?
I wish men were as loyal to women as they are to football teams that fail them every week.
Should put the fries in the bag, ma'am.
Women, even though they may think that only 20% of men are attractive, they will reach down, widen their range beyond that 20% to reach out. And why is that, ladies? Because we don't just care about what a man looks like.
Looks. Yeah.
There are other things that we care about.
So silly.
And so they didn't talk about that. So
I was going to say, it makes such a difference in making men level up and appear more attractive versus less attractive. I mean, sense of humor, personality, like those, like the personality traits, like are way so heavily.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Yeah. And one of the things I was reading is that even if a man is attractive, as soon as he opens his mouth, if he says something that's
just about to say that.
he immediately becomes unattractive.
Yes.
And I know all of us can think of somebody, even if it's been in a movie or somebody you know,
John Hamm,
or like in real life, or you watch, like you're like somebody says something. You're
John
like,
Hamm needs to keep his mouth shut.
How hot you are.
Yes, John Hamm is a perfect example. He is meant to only have the Mad Men look, that vibe. He needs to be wearing a suit. And keep his mouth shut. Because when he starts talking, you're like, oh, no.
You know, modern women get on here and say stuff like this, and they can't figure out why they can't find a man.
Hey guys, I'm here with my friend Elizabeth. We just completed our road trip, and we were talking about things that are wrong with society. Not that we're going to change anything, but at least we're diagnosing the problems. And one of those is this clip that you just saw, which I witnessed in a courthouse earlier this week, which was that a young female associate was carrying a box of files after a court hearing ended, while her boss's male big law partners were roaming around the courthouse just with their briefcases. Now, is it me, or is there something wrong with that image? I personally was kind of offended by that. It's possible that I wasn't raised that way. It's possible that I come from a different cultural background, or that I've been lucky enough to work with a male boss who has never asked me to carry a box of files while he walked around almost empty-handed. But Elizabeth has a view, and we thought we'd share.
I probably wouldn't have noticed that, but I think when Elena brought it up, it did make me realize that I think we are trying to obscure the fact that there are gender differences and there's sex differences, to try and kind of say that men and women are totally equal and they're not different. And as a result, obviously a young associate, whether they're male or female, should be the one carrying the boxes, and that person's boss, regardless of their sex, should is of higher status and shouldn't carry the heavy box. But I think when we do that, we kind of those small little things kind of perpetuate this lie that there's that everyone's the same. I think it'd be nice if we kind of brought back a little bit of men and women are different. For example, men not getting up to share their seats on public transportation or the New York City subway. I always thought that was wrong, and this is another example of that. So things that we've lost, I guess.
Let us know what you guys think. Is this a real problem? how do we fix it?
Meanwhile, we're taking ourselves out to dinner in Houston.
Yes.
So
Bye, guys.
Do y'all ever think about leaving people alone? Do y'all ever think about, why would I make this a problem? I've seen men and women carrying boxes for whatever attorney it might be. We don't know who she is. We don't know where she comes from. We don't know what her position is, what her seniority is. But because y'all think everything hovers around y'all and centers around y'all, y'all think that man is wrong for doing whatever he's doing. Y'all are not special. It's not all about you.
When you say I don't chase women,
I say that, so let's hear it.
my first initial thought is, well, then go find your man.
Well, I think we can all agree then it's a really stupid first initial thought then, can't we?
You likely aren't making plans. You aren't initiating conversation.
I only make plans and have conversations with other people that want to participate. I don't need to chase for someone's attention. Please come out with me. Nah, you're right.
Your text messages are really dry.
Not mine. Mine are as funny as
What are you doing?
Valuing my own time and energy is what I'm doing. Enjoying my own peace.
Are you wanting the woman to chase you? Because if that's the case, then you probably aren't even into women. You're probably into men.
It's always the gay card that turns up, isn't it? Or, I know, crazy notion, maybe it's just that you're respectful. If you ask someone out for a coffee and they say no, you don't pressure them. You leave them to it. I know. Crazy times we live in.
I just don't get it when men say things like this.
How can I explain this really simply? Would you keep running after an ice cream van knowing it's not going to stop for you?
You probably don't text first in the morning. You don't say good morning. You don't say good night. You don't check in.
Or that we've done all of that so often in the past it's gone completely unappreciated. Or the fact that there's other fellas doing exactly the same thing to the lady that you see. See, as you get older, you get a little bit more cautious of your time, who you give it to. You don't want to give or waste your time on people who don't give you an inkling of reciprocating that energy back. Just saying.
Like, you want to be single.
Yes.
That's what you should be.
Thanks, I think.
If you're not pursuing a woman, then you want to be a woman.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Like, this is the problem with guys nowadays. They're so fucking feminine that they want the women to do their job.
We say about this nowadays stuff, but does anyone remember dropping the handkerchief when a lady used to indicate to a particular man that he was the one that she was interested in so he could pursue without getting a restraining order? I think we need to bring that back, but digitally, because no decent fella really wants to be one of 50 guys in your DMs buying for your attention.
No.
Yes. Now, I am a guy that's single in my mid-40s that enjoys being single, right? And I have no plans of changing that anytime soon. Not on dating apps, not entertaining anyone, can't be bothered. Once in a blue moon, someone will come along and you think, if I don't shoot my shot, I'll regret it. And that's happened to me once in the last 5 years. But when someone says no, I leave them to it. If they're not dropping the handkerchief, then there's no point chasing. It's quite simple. We're getting too old for this chasing, malarkey and second guessing and giving people attention when we don't know if they want it. Why can't people just be clearer with one another? It's so much simpler. Easier to stay single.
An old man literally just stopped me and said, I don't mean to be rude, but you are absolutely gorgeous. And I looked at him and I was like, and I just turned around. He just outwardly said that I'm absolutely gorgeous, which is just like so unnecessary. It's weird. Ew.
Oh, I'm just a girl. A man respectfully complimented you, and your first instinct was to go online and bash him. No, this is not just being a girl. This is being an entitled and delusional one. Something a lot of women should have learned in their younger years is that a compliment isn't harassment. You're not being oppressed because someone finds you attractive. This is why a majority of men have stopped approaching women, because as soon as a man speaks, an emotionally unstable woman turns it into content. You act like you're being hunted, as if basic human interaction with a man is trafficking. Little newsflash, you're not some intimidating, high-valued woman. You're just rude, and your mom probably never taught you manners.
We are rethinking splitting 50-50. I've tried both, and here's what I learned. Men and women, we play different roles. We are designed to complement each other, not earning love like a transaction, and especially not applying monetary values to measure what we give. Yes, women can provide for ourselves. We're strong in our own way. But if a man expects you to pull your financial weight in a relationship, and you do it out of love or fear of losing him, or because because you think this is just how it works now, something inside you shifts. You'll slowly lose respect and admiration for him. And those are two things men value the most in romantic relationships. So how long do we keep calling this equal or empowering when it still feels like exhaustion? We carry so much already. We feel more, not just emotionally, but hormonally. We're literally the portal between life and death. And we're expected to do the same job, pay the same bills, and carry the emotional labor too. The world has made us hustle for softness. And your partner should make you feel like you times 100. Whether that's your driven, ambitious self or the version of you that's ready to pull back and just be. And only you know what alignment feels like. Like what we said in lesson 1, you are the selector. You are the goddess.
So basically foolishness. You said all that to say, I'm not willing to put forth any effort in a relationship. Got it.
Well, I just had to dart out of my house because my husband pissed me off. I said, I'm leaving. Bye. We get an argument over something so gosh darn stupid, but this man he just can't think other than his way of why I would be upset over a situation. Like, he just can't. Like, that's not why I'm upset. I'm upset because of this. Not the main reason that you think of. No, that's not the reason. It's the underlining reason that I'm mad. And I was like, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm leaving. And what do? I get my phone. I get my water bottle. I don't get my wallet. I don't get my ID. And I was like, I don't even know where I'm going. I'm literally sitting on the strip right in front of a bar, and I can't even go in this bar because I know they're going to ask for my ID. I don't have my ID. Well, what about money? I have touch pay on my phone. So I'm literally just sitting in the car debating when I should go back because I have nothing to do. I have nowhere to go. Like, I can't just call up a friend and be like, hey, can I come vent to you? Because there's nothing really to vent about. Me and my husband are just in a tiff, and I don't want to be around him because he can't fucking think. Why would I be upset? That's not the reason I'm upset. I'm upset because of this. Gah! And now it's raining. Ugh!
And guess what that means? You left up out of there emotional. Now you got to go back in there. Go ahead, turn your behind around. There's plenty of places to U-turn. Going back in that house, baby, I'm sorry for the way I stormed up out of here. I was just feeling like X, Y, and Z. Communicate like y'all want men to do.
We are in a boyfriend recession, limited quantity, low in stock. You know what I do when something I want is low in stock? I find something else I want that's not low in stock. So yeah, instead I just got these New Balance 9060s, okay? I already have the one pair, the one that's like the slate gray or blue. Love them. Most comfortable pair of shoes I've ever owned. Wear them on all my hot girl walks. And I saw these on TikTok. You're joking. These are absolutely perfect for the fall. If you didn't already know, I am in my brown era. I'm loving wearing brown. I am buying like everything brown right now. It's actually kind of getting out of control. But yeah, I am super, super excited about these. So if you can't have a boyfriend right now either, you at least deserve to have something else that you want in life. So buy the shoes, buy the makeup, buy the bag. This has just been my motto recently. I also got hair extensions that I paid a decent amount of money for. My mom was like, listen, Jordan, like, you don't have a husband, you don't have kids, like, treat yourself, okay? Make yourself happy. And I was like, you know what? I like you, woman. I like you.
Well, I guess you need to. I guess you and other modern women, they need new shoes because y'all continue to chase after Chad and Tyrone. And I'm sure the ones that you have right now are worn out. If y'all would just stop chasing these type of men, y'all might find y'all one.
Okay, there's a male loneliness epidemic because why all of the cute men, when they're in their younger, like 20s, they're so focused on racking in as many bodies as they can get, right? They are just bouncing around. There's no focus on literally dating and like securing a relationship. Then when they're 37 years old, they say, you know what, I'm ready to settle down. People don't want you at 37.
Then, all of a sudden, you're a bachelor at 44 years old. You have on your Tinder profile, trying to figure out what I want in a relationship. You're pushing double nickel. You're pushing double nickel. And you probably had it going for you in your 20s, and that was when you should have been looking for somebody to settle down with, because now you're 55, still trying to pull somebody 23. And I'm just watching all the cute guys just body after body after body. Just settle down, please. Please. Actually, no, not please. I'm not going to beg. What am I doing? No. Do what you need to do. Continue to live your life the way you want. That's what I meant to say.
Neon.
Damn, they stepping up to you now.
What the fuck?
Yo, don't touch me with the shit. Be nice. Try again. Be nice, bro.
And I just want the men to know, okay, if you're hard to look at, okay, you can play hard to get.
And if you're a fat torta that looks like Gorlak Destroyer, you probably shouldn't expect a 10 out of 10 dude.
Y'all, this man literally thinks that he's finna go with his homeboys. I don't even know where the fuck you think you're going.
That's serious.
Yes, it is, because these sharks are out.
Who the fuck is shark?
These hoes. They're over here trying to look for something to put in. Like, no, we're not.
So, because so-called sharks is out, why can't you already said yes, so why you changing your mind now? What you just thought about the sharks?
Yeah, you're not going anywhere, and you don't even know where you're going.
I told you.
Where?
My homeboy's
house. So they can go bring 100 sharks? No, thank you.
Girl, ain't no shark gonna attack me.
Yes, they are.
Bro.
Do you know what today is?
July 4th.
Exactly.
Oh,
what
so
happens? What happens on that? Yes, correct.
Bro,
correct.
So what's apparently gonna happen to me by the sharks?
Oh, they're gonna be trying to touch all up on you and do all this extra stuff.
Ma'am, I'm chopped. Who the fuck will want to touch up on me?
No, the fuck you're not. And stop saying that shit.
I'm going, bro.
No, the fuck you're not. And I'm gonna sit here and do what? Do nothing? Absolutely not.
I think one issue with modern dating that I haven't seen a lot of women talk about is the number of women who are disproportionately more educated than men. Between the ages of 25 and 34, women outnumber men in bachelor's degrees by 10%. The gender gap is really only getting worse. Like, for example, right now, the percentage of women who are enrolled in undergraduate universities across America is 20% more than the number of men who are. I think this gap in education becomes very apparent in dating because you don't really want to text somebody who's constantly speaking with grammatical errors, who can't keep up with you intellectually, who's not good at communicating their thoughts and putting them into words and really concisely, effectively communicating them to you. For the first time in American history, the average woman is more well-educated than the average man. And I think that's why we have issues like the male loneliness epidemic, a lot of women choosing to be single voluntarily because they've poured energy into other hobbies and other academic efforts or things that are more mentally stimulating. Show me your hairline. Show me your hairline. Every guy who comments shit like this under my videos is balding, short, or broke. So which one are you? Show me your hairline, and that's the fee to comment dumb shit on my video.
There are videos of women teaching other women how football works so that we can all speak the same language, including the men in our lives, when football season starts. And then I'm also seeing videos of men trying to explain their significant other's makeup routine, and they absolutely can't do it. And my question is, why are we trying so hard to speak men's language? Who cares when the effort is not reciprocated?
You know, some of y'all don't even like football. Y'all just be learning it or learning some of it just to be around the dudes because y'all want attention and validation from the dudes. So it's really not so much about what he likes. It's really about you. It's all about you.
I just saw this video talking about a very normal thing, and people in the comments are spamming like crazy. They're angry. This girl is talking about how if she's by a guy, it shouldn't take her being romantically involved with them for them to open up doors, for them to offer to pay for food, for them to, just be a gentleman to a lady, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like in certain areas, this is extremely normal, like down south and just different foreign countries, and just many different aspects, this is normal. But obviously in American culture, it's all about self. It's all about independency, and it's all about what you can gain from something rather than what something actually is and what you should be giving to show love and appreciation. I saw people in the comments talking about, would you want your man to pay for different females' food or open up the door for different females? Ma'am, yes, I would want my man to be a gentleman and be kind to his female friends and women in his life. Like, I don't think that's an issue at all. If anything, I would think the opposite would be an issue for me rather than the latter. I feel like it just says a lot about how you were raised, your environment, as well as just like who you are as a person. And then the girl goes on to say, like, you should put women on a pedestal because, you know, like, it's a woman. Like, and the comments went feral. They were like, women on a pedestal for what? I mean, like, women are the portal of life. I'm just gonna say this. Women, they bring life into this world. They bring nurturing and feminine energy. That is not something that you can just get out of the fuck nowhere. So I don't know. I feel like we should appreciate women more as a society.
You just changed the goalpost. It's random women that they're talking about. You want me to just be out here giving my money and my resources to a random woman? No, you wouldn't want that. You wouldn't like that. Maybe here and there, if a man did it, you'd be like, oh man, that's sweet. Wow, my husband's a good guy. And it'd be an opportunity for you to post that. But frequently, all the time, it would be a little bit too much danger for you because it would then make you feel like, oh shoot, if he continued to do this and put himself in harm's way, I might not have any resources. So he needs to start being selective with who he helps. That's what it would come down to.
Would you rather meet a guy on a dating app or in real life?
Real life.
Yeah? Do guys come up and approach you?
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. What's your ideal height in a man?
6 foot.
6 foot?
Yeah.
What's one thing men get wrong about dating or attraction?
I think they are so materialist sometimes. They want to impress me with how much money they make, but just it's not the biggest deal in the world. Yeah.
They think money matters more than you think it does.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much.
Where are you guys meeting these cute men? Because we go out to the bars every weekend, and we only see cute guys in the run clubs, at bagel shops, like fucking at the grocery store. I'm not gonna talk to you at the grocery store. The bar is the best place.
Literally.
And they don't go out.
No, because they have an issue with it, and I don't know
Why?
Because they say they're not worthy. The girls there are low value.
Well, you're never gonna find anyone then.
Can y'all please start me? Because like you're not. I know you guys aren't gonna approach us at the grocery store or at the frickin' run club. So like
no, because you're sober. Why would I talk to you if I?
It's also like 6 a.m.
God,
like be so fucking cool.
So you know where the good men are to be found, yet you don't want to go to the places where you can find them. So clearly you don't really want a good guy at all.
Nothing ruins my fucking day more than when I see a man with a shitty ass hairline that is quite literally racing to the back of their neck, dating a bad bitch, a beautiful woman, and then cheating on her. I'm looking at you, Pepe. You fuck ass loser. Oh my God. Iris is so beautiful. Like, I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on this. Iris is stunning. She is so hot. Literally, so fucking hot. I'm jealous. I'm quite literally jealous of the fact that Pepe was even able to be around her, okay? And he has the audacity to downgrade. Fuck someone else in a hotel lobby? Excuse me? Whatever, regardless, I hope she finds someone who is a very successful basketball player or something that has a hairline intact and more money than Pepe, which those things should be that hard to find for her. The audacity is absolutely astounding, but regardless, she's so pretty, she's only gonna get prettier, and I can't wait to see who she does end up with, because I know he's gonna be fine as hell, and Pepe is just... Well, I'm not even gonna fucking waste my...
If by stunning and a bad bee you mean her walking around with her clothes off, with hardly any clothes on, then I guess that's what constitutes a bad bee nowadays.
You're looking for a massager that is going to blow your shit to smithereens. This is gonna be it, okay? Listen to all the settings. I don't think I can handle that one. The fact that it's on TikTok Shop is actually kind of wild, but yeah.
I'm a little confused. I don't know if that's the... You know what, never mind.
Are you the same person you were 5 years ago?
Definitely not. I grow every single day. I'm not the same person as I was yesterday.
So does it make sense to risk being in a long-term commitment when people's values can change so drastically?
Yes, because if you really love that person, you'll grow with them and then learn communication and what you don't agree with. You guys can work together. If not, then you know that person's not for you anymore.
I think you love a person for their insecurities. And I think that if you love somebody, that you're willing to grow with them.
I think that there's somebody who's perfect for you at every stage of your life, and you just have to accept that that person might not be perfect for you during your entire life.
Are the things that originally attracted you to each other the same things that kept you guys together?
No. Sometimes things can definitely change. Sometimes the things that you fell in love with can start to make you hate them.
You're a beautiful, tall girl. Would you date someone shorter than you?
In the past, I would say yes, but now after experiencing what I've experienced, no.
What do you mean you've experienced?
I just feel like there's some like sort of intimidation when it comes to the guys. Maybe they won't want you to wear heels, or they want you to like make yourself smaller in other ways to compensate for the height difference.
I know some short guys that love a tall girl though. Like they look for that and find that so attractive.
You know what? I haven't met one, but maybe send them my way.
What she really means to say is she feels like she gave a short king a chance and he ruined it for the rest of the short kings. She's too shallow to say, maybe I just won't date a man like this. This type of man I'm not going to date. And move about your business. Modern women, shallow as can be.
Something I fucking hate is when people say to online mattress actresses, if you will, regardless of whether you support the profession, I hate when people are like, men paid for that, men paid for that. By that logic, your boss paid for your house. And people will be like, oh no, but like I did work to get, like but like the thing is that these girls have a good or a service that they are providing to you that you cannot create yourself or that you want from them. So by that definition, they are doing the work to make that money, to buy their house, to go on the vacation, whatever it is. Now, I'm not like pro necessarily, but it's reality of the world. It is. And if these girls are going to do it, at least they're going to be in their bag about it. But like when men try and do that, like say that, like I always just know it's about like, it's never been about modesty. It's been about control, because that is what they will resort to feel like they're in control, when in reality, the girl is the one that's making the money, and she's the one that's got the power in the situation. You're the one paying her, ho.
My boss pays my bills. There you go. What else is new? I mean, have you ever heard musicians, actors and actresses, professional athletes say, hey man, without you, the fans, none of this is possible? That's because the fans buy tickets and merchandise. And the tickets and the merchandise and the selling of all that stuff, the athlete gets a portion of that. If the athlete wants to strike out and do their own thing, or the actress or whoever it is wants to strike out and do their own thing, they can do that. And the fans would pay them directly. So in a way, the fans would be assisting them greatly at the bare minimum in paying their bills. I don't know why you think that's some sort of slight, why that's unacceptable that somebody's paying your bills. Well, I'm providing a service. Nobody said that you weren't, but they're still paying your bills because they're buying your service. You know what I mean? Like it's not anything to be upset about. Well, it's not like I'm not working. I see where you're going with this, but if all you're doing is taking your clothes off, it's not really working. Most people take their clothes off, but take their clothes off, but they have the common decency not to be showing their behind to the world. I think that's what people are getting at. I don't know if you understand that.
I went out in New York City. When I was there, I was traveling with my friend and we went to this rooftop bar. And when I got to this bar, there was lots of men there, more men than women. And it really felt like men were coming at us from all directions, which it's okay, cool, shoot your shot. I appreciate that. But how this one guy went about it, I found was very, very interesting, and I just wanted to share it. So when I went to the bar with my friend to order a drink when we got there, This guy walked up to me and he said, "Hey, I'd like to buy your drink for you." And I went, "Oh, no, it's okay." And he said, "No, I'll buy your drink. I really don't mind. But you have to go talk to my friend over there." I turned around and I saw it was like two of his friends. So one, I didn't even know which friend it was. And they were both sitting at the table. And immediately I was like, I'm not really attracted to his friends. Which is cool, which is fine. The last thing I want to do is lead someone on. But also, I feel like the guy that I want to be with is going to have gusto and have confidence and is going to approach me himself and not get his friends to do it. But I can't shoot the messenger. You know what? It takes a lot of guts to go and approach someone. So I get it. I totally appreciated it. So I said to him, "Hey, that's no problem. It's all good. I got my own drink. You don't have to pay for it." And he said, "Come on, like, I'll just buy your drink. All you have to do is just say hi to him." I said, "You know, it's honestly all good. Like, I'm just gonna pay for my own drink. Don't worry about it." And he said, "Is he that ugly? Is he that unattractive? What, you don't want to go talk to him?" And I said, "No, it's not really anything to do with that per se. It's more so the whole principle of this. Like, you're buying me something and in return I owe you something. It's very icky to me. I don't like the concept of, well, I'm doing this for you, so you have to do this for me. It should just flow and be natural." And his whole face dropped. He questioned his whole life and existence. He said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You're right. I feel like I didn't go about this the right way. You were doing something nice for your friend. I don't feel bad. It's all good." He said, "No, you're right. Like, I just want to buy your drink for you now anyway. You don't have to even talk to my friend. It's all good." I said, No, it's honestly okay. I can pay for my own drink. Don't worry about it." He was insistent then, paid for my drink. And then when I turned around, his friend was gone anyway. Like, his friends just ditched him. Both of them left. It was interesting because I felt like in that moment, I kind of taught him a lesson. And the thing was, he was older too. Like, it was probably in his, like, mid-30s, I would say. Maybe early 30s. I don't know. It was hard to say. But he was older. And it was crazy to me how, like, he didn't even kind of see what was wrong with that whole concept. What I was most impressed by was not him getting defensive and getting angry at me, but self-reflecting in that moment and being like, right, I was kind of strange to put it that way. Like, I apologize for my behavior. And I really appreciated that. And, you know, at the end of the day, I don't condemn him for trying to be a wingman for his friend. Like, good for him for trying to help his friend out. I totally respect that. Yeah, men, if you're trying to approach a girl, don't come at her with an ultimatum and be like, if I do this for you, you gotta do this for me. Like, it's not gonna work that way.
I would say it doesn't work for you. I see where you're coming from, but specifically for you, and there's a lot of other women out there that probably wouldn't like the approach, but he was basically just trying to say, I got my boy over there. Like you were saying, I got my boy over there. I'll buy you a drink. You go talk to him. You look over and you say, okay, well, let me go talk to him. But let me get my drink first. All right, okay, cool. They probably saw you come in, right? And said, oh man, she's hot. She's attractive, man. I like her. Okay, bro, go over there and talk to her. Go over there and talk. Oh man, I don't know, man. Bro, just step out and go talk to her. You know what? I'm going to go for you. I'm going to go buy her a drink and she's going to come over and talk to you. And don't basically wimp out. Don't wimp out, which they did. I would have stayed there and kind of waited, right? And I appreciate that, bro. Next round is on me. I would have done that, man. I would have left my boy there just out like that. But this is what a lot of men say. I'm not trying to be weird or creepy. I'm just trying to say, hey, I'm just trying to help my friend. Saw a beautiful girl in the bar that I think is beautiful, or my friend thinks is beautiful. Come on, go talk to him. Just say hi to him. Just say hi, right? That's it. Nah, I'm all right. Hey, listen. And by the way, you know, I really don't like the transactional thing. Like if you were buying it and it just flow in. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for it to come off that way. Let me make it up to you. No, really. Let me make it up to you. So we're square. Go ahead and pay for it. That's what most men will do. So we don't have a misunderstanding. So we understand that the boundary is reestablished. Let me go ahead and pay for your drink for you. That's what they'll do. Most men are respectful like that. And he was too. Whenever you brought something to his attention, through communication, instead of trying to blast him and knock him down, he said, oh, yeah, no, I didn't mean for it to come off that way. Sorry about that. Let me make it up to you. He was accountable. That's what men are asking modern women to do. Be accountable. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to. Accountability.
When you finally give someone a chance, despite not trusting men and basically keeping to yourself to avoid any type of drama or bad ones, and, you know, trying to choose better, and you meet someone and you start seeing each other, and actually he's showing really good signs, really good flags, green flags, I should say. And then out of nowhere, he's just like spiraling and anxious, and you're like, I've kind of seen this before. Like, I'm getting some red flags here. And the crazy part is you talk to your therapist because you're like getting the feeling that you might be self-sabotaging a little bit, and, you know, should I just give him a chance? Like, and she's actually like, yeah, like, it actually sounds like he is doing the right things. Like, he's showing up, he's being honest with you, whatever. Or so I thought. And his reasoning for basically lying to me and saying I was the only one that he was seeing was because before our first date, he didn't think that I was a real person. He thought I was fake. So he made up this image in his head of me, someone that wouldn't like him, someone that wasn't really anything but a pretty person, if I was even real. And then he found out that that actually wasn't true, and that he really liked me, and said, well, you know, I don't deserve you, which I clocked in my head, was like, well, that's a little bit of a red flag, because why are you saying that? But my therapist was like, no, you're just overthinking. Like, he's saying that you're really the whole package, and he wasn't expecting that. And then you find out that the reason that he's been acting weird is because he was seeing someone else, and which you clocked, because he starts acting weird, starts canceling plans. And I was like, oh, like, if you're not interested or you're seeing someone else, just fucking say that. Like, you don't need to, like, I know what men do, right? Like, I'm not new at this. And then he's like, okay, yeah, there's someone else. Okay. All right. So why would you do that? And he's like, well, you can't blame me. I thought you were fake. Okay, but then you knew that I wasn't, and you continued to lie to me. Like, this is why I hate when people are like, well, you just need to choose better. Because it doesn't matter how they present in the beginning. It's who they end up being in the end. Men will put on any type of front that they want. They can say all the right things, do all the right things, put in all the effort, tell you that they want all the same things that you do. You know, you share most of the same values, and they could still be lying to you. So it's not really about choosing better. It's that there's not enough good men to choose from.
You know, as I look at the comments here, one woman says, I hate relationships because it can affect your mood. I want to be happy and at peace. Another woman says, and most men are intimidated. If they're secure, they're usually in a stable relationship already. I hate that dating these days feels like labor. Another woman says, I don't date anymore at all. I've experienced so much drama and violence. I'm so sorry you're going through this. You seem so kind. You're a knockout. No man deserves that. You don't know her, so you don't know what she's up to. You don't know what she's doing. You don't know what she's saying. As a matter of fact, on a lot of these videos, she's actually bragging. And I think in some of these videos, she said something to the effect of, this man isn't even in my league. Like, why would he even be approaching me? And she's a single mom. She's saying all this, and she's a single mom. And I'm not saying that to disparage her. I'm saying that, oh, cute couple. Parents are cute. Cute couple. Good for them. Good for them. Anyway, I'm not saying that to disparage her. I'm saying that because a lot of times modern women think that their beauty is going to get them out of anything. When a man is saying, if you have that, you have to raise your game. You have to raise your level of it. If you're, let's say this, you're saying it's so hard to date as a pretty woman, but that might not even be the whole of it. It might be, well, I have this look on my face. Plus, when they get close to me, they find out I have a kid, and they don't like dating women with kids. They would rather date a woman that doesn't have any kids. So it's not necessarily that you're pretty. It's just that you have other things going on that make you less. There's some traits that make you less desirable to a certain type of man. Does that make sense? So instead of getting a man that might make 100K, you might attract the attention of a man that makes $70,000, which is, by the way, once again, above average. It's pretty much well above average. Maybe not wealthy, but he's doing pretty well. Think of, if you bring in your 70K, he brings in his 70K, you just added 70K to your bank account. Technically speaking, well, gross and tax and all that stuff. But you just added another 70,000 to your salary. 2 people. So now we only have to pay 1 mortgage, right? Now we only have to pay for a set of groceries just for the both of us. And we can get together and see if we can cut down on that. But you just added 70,000 to the pot, 140. That's pretty good. That's better than a lot of couples out there. But y'all think because, well, let me cover the things that I've done, like having a kid with beauty and getting fit. And when the man sees me, he's not going to be able to turn away because he's so enamored by my looks. And so when you get up to the table and a man says, you are very, you're beautiful. Now, what do you bring to the table? What else? I see you're beautiful. What else do you have? Oh, well, I shouldn't be asked that question. No, you have to answer that. Come on now. If I'm providing value to you, what value would you provide to me? Well, I don't want to make it seem like it's transactional. It's not. It's a service. I'm providing a service to you. I'm providing to you my physical body, my health, my strength, my sources, resources, my finances to you as a service, in service of you, to make your life better. How will you in turn make my life better? Mutual service is what you're aiming for. I'm going to serve you. You want a back rub. You want a massage. You want me to rub your feet. You want me to go out there and get your favorite snacks when you're feeling down, and darn near spoon feed them to you. Let's have a movie night. That's the type of stuff that you want. But then in turn, you can't even get the man 2K. You don't look so good on paper all of a sudden. All of a sudden, that beauty, all of a sudden that model status, that bad B status doesn't look so bad. Get it together.